These places are a battlefield in a war between the powers of light and darkness. I'm Alan Wake, a writer, a creator.
Alan Wake's American Nightmare is a spin-off game of the original Alan Wake. The original Alan Wake was a full-priced retail game. American Nightmare, on the other hand, is an Xbox Live Arcade game. Can the jump from retail to arcade game ruin this game? Or is it going to be a plus because of the price drop? Alan Wake is a third-person action shooter with a unique playing style where you must use light and weapons to kill your enemies. The story takes place after both DLCs from the original Alan Wake. The story focuses on 3 locations: a motel, an observatory, and a drive-in theater from the TV show Night Springs, which you may remember from the original game. However, get used to seeing these locations as you will be re-seeing them a lot. The main story of the game has you trying to rewrite Alan's story, but every time you are about to succeed, Alan's dark side, Mr. Scratch, brings you back to the start of the game to redo everything, but some things change. The overall story is hard to follow at first, but you quickly understand what's happening within the first couple hours. The game takes roughly 6 hours to complete and has a weird ending. The game improves on all aspects from the original, even graphically, even though it is an Xbox Live Arcade game. Combat is improved, there are a lot of new weapons and enemies. It's just an overall great package for $15. The only major complaints is it's too easy. I found myself never dying or running out of ammo because it is everywhere, which ruins the survival feeling, and just like the original, I almost never used batteries. American Nightmare has a horde-like mode called Fight Till Dawn, where you fight endless waves of Taken for 10 minutes. It has 5 maps to play, plus nightmare versions of each map. Sadly, there is no multiplayer co-op, just online leaderboards. However, there are a lot of collectibles, and all those collectibles will help progress the story to make it easier to understand. Some reviewers' complaints were that the story was way too short. For me, the game took roughly 6 hours to complete, which is a really good length for an arcade game. The only other complaint was that the game had an awkward story that was very difficult to understand. But after playing the game for a couple of hours and finding some manuscript pages in the TVs and getting past the first major point in the story, you kinda understand what's going on. Alan Wake's American Nightmare is a fantastic game that any fan of the original should play. With a cool and twisted story, the new Fight Till Dawn mode, loads of extras to find, improved combat, and a lengthy story, this is a must-own for any Alan Wake fan. However, with a lack of co-op in the Fight Till Dawn mode, and a lack in challenge in the overall game, I give this game a 9 out of 10. If you haven't played the original, I suggest playing that first.